What's going on, guys? I'm GWK, and in today's video I will be taking a look at two replays in the M48 Patton. First, I'm going to go over its stats, my loadout, the armor profile, and then I will go into the replays. First, I'm going to go over its stats. It has 1,850 hit points, so that's average, 3.1k DPM, nothing crazy. I'd say that's pretty average for medium nowadays, however I am running Cali. Penetration 268 on the standard, 339 on the heat pen. So the heat pen is pretty average for medium. 3 seconds aiming time, 0.273 dispersion. So this tank is pretty average on the accuracy, I'd say, as well. It has 8 degrees of gun depression, 48 reverse speed, or not reverse speed, 48 forwards and 20 reverse speed. Now, this tank does have gear oil, so you can boost the forward speed all the way up to 56 or just 54 if you're just running big gear oil, and the reverse speed you can bump it up all the way to 26 or just 24 if you're running big gear oil. Average speed is 39, so this tank is not the quickest. However, again, running gear oil, you can get it to be decently quick. Now, looking into my consumables, I am running repair kit, multi-purpose, and adrenaline. I'm running big food, improved fuel, and big gear oil. I'm running Cali, defense system, improved optics, gun laying drive. I'm running enhanced armor, and I will break into why in just a second. I'm running engine accelerator, refined gun, toolbox, and consumable delivery system. Now time to get into its armor. Here we are. Now this tank is most effective when you are running full gun depression. So on a ridgeline, this is when its armor is going to be the best. You can see, looking at this tank with standard ammo, you practically can't pen it anywhere besides maybe the hatch. However, the hatch is pretty difficult to hit. You switch to heat, and it's still pretty much the same. You pretty much still can't really pen these cheeks. These cheeks are unrealistic to hit. However, the hatch does get a little weaker. Now, as soon as you switch to Cali, you can decently pen these cheeks. However, I am running enhanced armor, so you can see that difference. It becomes a lot redder, so very much more difficult to hit. You can see this is without it, this is with enhanced. Without enhanced, with enhanced. So I would recommend running enhanced, as you will get a lot more bounces, I'd say, or at least it would be a lot more harder for enemy mediums and light tanks to pen you. Now, against the heavy, you're not really going to be able to bounce as often. As you can see, its cheeks are pretty damn weak to a concept. And even running enhanced, it's still pretty easy to hit. So this isn't a tank you're going to be really wanting to go or brawling heavies. You're going to be more against mediums where its armor can thrive. Now next I will go into the replays, so I'll see there. Here we are on Falls Creek. Up against us we have an E100, Concept 1B, and an IS-7 for heavy tanks. For mediums, we have 2 Leopard 1s, a T-22, and a Batchat. Now, first off, I'm going to head up towards this bush right over here, see if I can get any early information on what their team is going to be doing. So I'm going to come up here, and right about here, I do spot a T-22. I see that he does pull up a bit too far, so I put a shot into his lower plate. I spot a Batchat here and a Leopard 1 right there, so I can see their team is playing very, very aggressive for some reason. So I do go up here, I put a shell into the Batchat. As you can see, I'm trying to make sure I'm hold down here so that the Batchat cannot shoot me. I put another shell into him, and I see that both the Leopards over here are getting very, very aggressive, so I'm going to go up a little bit to see if I can get some shells into them. Now my teammate is going to be pushing up onto this leopard 1, so I'm going to go up and try to assist him. I put one shell into the T-22 as I'm coming up, and then now I'm going to turn my attention to this leopard 1 right over here to help my teammate. Put a shell into his track wheel, and in a second he dies here, and then I'm going to now turn my attention onto this leopard 1 and T-22. So I put one shot into this leopard 1, and then I get a little damage greedy, so I go for the T-22 instead. So I put one shell into him, and then I get another shell into him, killing him off. And then I do end up finishing off this leopard 1 right over here. Now next I see this I-7 that comes up out of nowhere being very aggressive, so I do put a shell into him. And then I begin to go around in just a second. However, I do wait for the shell right here and put one into him, and then I am now going to go around this hill to see if I can get any side shots into this tank. So I go up, put a shell into him again. Now I know he had just fired, and I know I definitely out-reload him, so I come here, I wait, get the kill shot into him, and then now he's out of the game. They have an E100 in the Concept 1B left, so I'm going to go around this building, see if I can get any shots into him. So I come around, and I get one shell into his side, tracking him. Now he does kill off my E6, so since he just fired, I'm going to go up to see if I can get around him. Put one shell into his lower plate, then I do get around, get to his rear, and then I put some shells into his rear and sides. Unfortunately, I do mess up that kill shot there, however, my teammate has got the kill. And at this point, we have won the game. That Concept is about to die to our IS-7. So yeah, 4.6k, I killed 3 people. Unfortunately, it wasn't a mastery. However, I guess it was only 4.6k, so I can't really complain. And next we are going to get into the next replay. So here we are on Normandy. Up against us, we have an E100, a Kron, for heavy tanks. We have for mediums a Cargo 45 and a CVP. And then for tank destroyers, I realized they have 2 113 GFTs, and then they have a minnow. So they have a lot of hold down potential there with the Kron and the minnow, so I do go over to this bush instead, see if I can get any early information on what the enemy team is doing. Now I see they get 4 tanks spotted up on this side of the map, so I do begin to pay my attention over to here. I go up and I see if I can get a side shot into this 113 GFT, which I do. I see this minnow's coming up. He's not really paying attention to me, so I go up and I get one shell into his side. And at this point, I do spot the E100 right here. So I no longer want to be going too aggressive going over that hill. I'm going to look to see if I can get any shot into his cheeks with heat. Now he does back up, and here I do get a shell into his turret. He fires HE at me, of course. When in doubt, if you can't pen, just shoot HE, I guess, in a high alpha tank. So he only does 67 damage. I look and see if I can get some shots onto that Kron that isn't paying attention, and I do get one shot into him. And at this point in the battle, I see the 113 GFT was spotted over here, and I seen that the Leopard 1 was going to be pretty aggressive. So I do come over here and I do help out this Leopard 1, finish this 113 GFT off. So I end up getting 2 shots into this 113 before he does go down to the Leopard 1. Now I'm going to turn around and pay my attention back over to the side of the map. I see the Kron isn't really paying attention, so I do get one shot into the side of his turret. And after that, I see he backs down, so there's not really much I can do in this position anymore. So I am going to, in a second, begin to move up just a little bit to see if I can go hold down and get any more shots into the enemy. So here we are. I move forward, and I do try to get one shot into the 113 here, but unfortunately I did hesitate a little bit, and I missed the opportunity. My 113 does go down. However, I see this Kron over here who is showing his rear towards me, so I do get one HE shell into his turret. I get another HE shell into his turret, finishing him off, and then now I'm going to pay attention to these 2 tanks over here. Now the E100 I do believe is loaded, so I'm trying to be very careful not to get shot. I do get one shell into his side of his turret. And then here I go for the heat shell in his lower plate. Unfortunately, I don't get the kill. So now I'm going to turn around and try to kill this 113. Try to get more damage out, however he did lose most of it right before I could get the shell. And we do win this game. Now, I end off with 3.6k. 2 kills. So this was a pretty good game. And I think these 2 games were pretty good, showing off the M48 Patton's capabilities. Now, let me reiterate, this tank, again, you want to be playing this tank hold down. As you can see in those 2 games, even though they were pretty easy and I wasn't really getting focused all too often, you want to be going hold down as often as you can. Even in that game on Falls Creek, you could see I was constantly trying to hide my hole to not get shot, obviously. Now, do I recommend you to get this tank? Yes, I do think that this medium is one of the best in tier 10 right now. This is what they would call a do-it-all tank. It's just overall good in like pretty much every aspect, or at least decent in every aspect, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.